right? I think we should be on. I had Shalom. All right, the brothers from Great Millstone, Atlanta. All right, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Ba'akadosh. All right, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect, the nation of Israel. All right, basically, we're going to get into a lesson in regards to suffering and truth. All right, and that basically, first and foremost, that's what comes with this walk, man. All right, when you come into the faith, all right, you put your hand to the plow and you take on the image, so to speak, of a man of the Lord, man. The Lord's going to try you, all right? He's going to basically bring you through the ringer, so to speak, all right? You're going to have certain tests set in front of you to see if you can deal with it, and it's basically all up to us being perfect, man. All right, and if somebody can get that scripture, it says Hebrews 10.
Yeah, come on.
All right, because they scripture say the servant is no greater than his master. All right, our Lord Yahushua had to be tried. All right, Yahushua had to go through the sufferings so that he could be perfect, man. So how much more his servants? All right, go ahead.
This is Hebrews, the 2nd chapter, verse 10. For it became him from whom are all things, and by whom are all things.
Right, and that him is talking about Yahushua, man. All right, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, man. All right, go ahead.
And bringing many sons into glory, to make the captain of their salvation perfect through sufferings.
See that? Hey, it says bring many sons to glory, man. Them sons is talking about the elect men, all right, the 144,000, all right? And it said what to bring them, the last part again?
It says to make the captain of their salvation perfect through sufferings.
Right, perfect through sufferings, man. Yahushua was made, and he's the captain of our salvation. All right, that's what his name means. Yahushua, he is salvation, or he is the deliverer, man. All right, and he was made perfect through the sufferings. All right, so are the sons. I think it said the sons of glory, or the son bring the sons to glory. All right, those very sons are going to be brought through those sufferings, man. All right. Matter of fact, since it mentions, was there any more?
That was the one.
All right. Since it mentions sons, go to that Hebrews 12 and 5. Me and the brother was talking about that scripture earlier, man. All right. Because if you're a true son of the Most High, all right, your father is gonna chastise you, man. Go ahead.
All right, this is Hebrews. This is Hebrews 12 and 5.
Try verse 3. Start at 3. See what 3 say.
All right, this is Hebrews 12 and 3. For consider him that endured such contradictions of sinners against himself. Yes, you be weary and faint in your minds.
Right. Lest you be weary and faint in your minds, man. All right. And that word faint means to lose hope, basically. Guys that basically got weak, and lost the faith, man. Go ahead.
Continuing on, it says, "You have not yet resisted unto blood, striving against sin." Verse 5, "And you have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not thou the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him."
Right, yeah. Again, that word faint, man, means to basically lose hope, or to lose lose faith, man. Guys that go through the sufferings and tribulations, and they get weak, man. That's why the Spirit is on brothers to push out prayer a lot more. Brothers that that don't pray as much, you can get weak, man. You don't want to be weak going into the times that we're going into, because that'll make you an easy target to Satan, man. All right, but read that verse again. Oh, you about to grab a precept?
Yeah, I'm going to grab a quick
precept. Okay, go ahead.
Precept everybody knows.
You got it too, bro. Brothers, whatever you got,
It's 1 Thessalonians. It's a lot. 1 Thessalonians 5 and 17.
Yep.
It says, "Pray without ceasing." All right, so we just came off the Day of Atonement.
Yeah.
All right, where we were atoning for our sins, seeking reconciliation, and pleading to the Lord to forgive us of our sins. So it shouldn't be a one-day thing or we just send up a bunch of prayers, and then Monday, or Tuesday, today is Tuesday, we just stop praying. The scriptures say pray without ceasing.
Right.
Continue to send up prayers, because when we're out, basically when we leave the house, we're basically in Satan's playground. So we can be influenced by different things of the world, by different people, by different influences. So it's important to send up more prayers, not only in this bastard tongue that we're in, but also in the Hebrew.
That's right. Yep. Yeah, it's right, man. David told me, like the brother said was yesterday. Really, that should be a daily thing. Sending up those prayers, man. So use the David Atonement as a basically it should make you think, man. Like, damn, I should be doing this more often, man. Praying. You should be fasting. Not just on the Day of Atonement. Like the brother from Dallas did that. I can't remember the brother's name. I'm pretty sure you might have seen it. Brother from Dallas did the video, basically post Day of Atonement. In the spirit that you should be in, man. But you can continue on that.
This is you want to continue in Hebrews?
Yeah, I think there's a little more.
Just a little bit more, if I could, in that First Thessalonians.
Yeah. By all means.
Yeah, let's continue on at First Thessalonians 5:18. It says, "In everything give thanks."
Yeah. Yep.
For this is the will of the Most High and Hamashiach Yahushua concerning you. Because even a lot of times, man, you got to give thanks even through your hardships too.
That's right.
A lot of times, the previous verse says, "Pray without ceasing." So it means you got to pray, through the good and the bad times, man. Then, when you get delivered from those tough and tight situations, obviously you're gonna pray, praise and give thanks to the Heavenly Father. But even sometimes, man, you gotta give thanks even when you're going through stuff, man, because you have a certain understanding that that's just the Heavenly Father proving you, and strengthening you, either strengthening your strengths or strengthening your weaknesses too,
That's right. Yeah, that's right, man. Praying without ceasing. Hey, like you said, giving thanks through the bad situations or the good situations, man. Either way, you got to send up praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. All right. Matter of fact, since the brothers brought that out, I got a quick precept to that. First Timothy 2:8. It says, "I will therefore that men pray everywhere, lifting up holy hands, without wrath and doubting." Right. So hey, just to blend back off the brother's points, man. You pray everywhere, man. Now that don't mean you at work, you face the east and have your hands like this, doing the, y'all Bashim Dash at work, man, on the bus, or you drop whatever. But you can send up prayers in your mind, man. Meditating, everywhere, man. All right, through the good and the bad, because brothers catch hell every day, man. On a daily. All right, but that's why it's necessary, because we're being spiritually purged, man. Right, for all our unrighteousness, the filth from the past, filth from my past lives that we don't even know about, and we gotta be refined and a pure jewel, all right, for when Yahushua returns, man. All right, we want to be a clean slate, so to speak. You got something?
God. This Isaiah 48:10. Behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction.
Yeah, you got it. You got it, bro.
God. And we going through that furnace of affliction, That's why we going through the sufferings that we're going through, the hardships, financial trouble brothers may be going through, catching hell with your woman, your job. We going through that furnace of affliction, why? So we may be found blameless, in the eyes of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and Lord willing, we have mercy in the days coming. We going through that so we can be prepared headed into Jacob's trouble. That's why we catching that hell now, so we don't got to catch that hell later, or catch a missile later.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, man. Brothers going through that spiritual fire, so to speak. Like I said, the furnace of affliction, furnace synonymous with fire. But you got like the brother mentioned, hey, these Jakes out here, Jake got to deal with that physical fire, man.
Yeah.
Like the missiles, man. You know, and then, hell, even before that, the fire could represent the other plagues, famines, and all of that. You know, Jake gotta endure that because they didn't want to endure this word, man.
That's right.
You know, was there more?
No, that's it.
Okay, come. Anybody have something else?
Yeah, I got some.
Go ahead.
This is
Check out that Hebrews 2.
kind of on
I think it's a little more than brothers got it, man. You know?
This is 1 Peter 4:12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you.
Yeah, don't. That's why scriptures say to count the cost, man. You know, before you come into the truth, you're supposed to have an understanding of what you're getting into. You know, so don't get all confused and looking around. Like, why am I catching all this hell, man? You know, go ahead.
Verse 13. But rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Yahweh's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, you may be glad also with exceeding joy.
Hey, and then it said rejoice, man. You see that? It said rejoice in the sufferings. Like we said, you gotta rejoice through the good and the bad, man.
Got it.
You know, and then going back to prayer too. All right? Go ahead.
Verse 14. If you be reproached for the name of Yahweh, happy are ye.
Yeah, that's a prophecy too. All right, it happened to the apostles and disciples in the past. You know, they were persecuted for the word. This might get, I think it's Matthew 5:10. You know, and hey, that's gonna happen in the coming future, man. You know, brothers gonna be persecuted for the word's sake. But it says what? Happy are ye, man. You know, go ahead.
And brothers might
Yeah,
look
yeah,
at
yeah.
on the small things right now,
Yeah,
because they're being
yeah.
tested for these further afflictions.
Mm-hmm.
Like they might be rejected by their family, old friends think you're just weird and you're in a cult now.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, people look at you different, so you might be going through these small stages of affliction to build you up for the days that's to come. Because you know the scriptures say we would basically be before the powers of this world. You know, we would have to make an answer. So basically, what this is doing now through our sufferings is preparing us, you know, basically for the days to come ahead. So it should do nothing but strengthen us. We shouldn't get disenchanted or broken down or just all of a sudden you want to leave the truth.
Right.
It's just something to keep boosting you up.
That's right. Yeah. Like, again, we were speaking earlier about how this is a spiritual boot camp. You know, you gotta. Well, I say you gotta climb the rope. You gotta go to the tires. You know, you gotta crawl under the thing. You gotta get all muddy, tired. You know, but what? That's prepping you, like the brother said. It's prepping you for the times to come. Man. You know, so brothers are going through this because the Lord knows, hey, it's gonna be even more tougher times coming. But what, brothers, through the Spirit, you know, the elect going to be already on that level. And that's how we're going to, Lord willing, be the men. That's how we're going to be able to endure, man. So what's that, Isaiah 33:6, wisdom and knowledge to be stability at our times.
That's right.
You know, the brothers are going to be unstable, man, in that time. All right? You got something?
That's my attention.
Okay.
I got something for you. This is Romans 8:17. And if children, then heirs of the Most High, and joint heirs with Mashiach Yahushua, if so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together. Woo!
Yeah, that we may be all glorified together. All right? And the only way we're going to be able to obtain that glory is through the sufferings, man. All right? You can't, matter of fact, just you read that, I think it's Acts 14:22. You know, because this path that we're taking, man, this path is leading us into life, man. All right, what is it called? What's that? Matthew 7 about the straight gate. You know, the position of difficulty. You know, even though it's hard now, hey, man, brothers are low. You know, brothers are finished for the most part. You know, we're on the base level, but that's only going to make the glorification that much powerful, man. You know, that's why I got it.
We see the Acts
Yeah, Acts 14.
14:22.
Con.
This is Acts 14:22. Confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must go through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of the Most High.
Right. We must go through much tribulation to enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, and that word, then you look up that word tribulation, it means a great suffering. All right, so we gotta go through through the fire, man, to obtain that crown, man. All right, that's why it's few that, going back to the straight gate, it's few that walk there in their rap, man. You know, this is a prize, a jewel, you know, that you got to fight for, man. It's not going to be given to you just just freely like that, man. You got to work, man. You know, and endure those afflictions.
And
You
we
want to say
should,
something? Go ahead.
yeah, slap it. And like we should, for a privilege to have this truth, because it wasn't like, you know, some of us who just came into the faith maybe a year or 2 years ago. It wasn't like 3-4 years ago. We decided we want to go out to the highways and byways and drop this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to the Spirit. So it's a gift.
That's right.
We have to consider it that way because it can be easily taken away from us.
That's right.
We're doing something that's way beyond the thoughts of the mortal man. You know, these scriptures are just on another level. So we should wait and cherish it. And then the brotherhood, that's important too, because brothers can uplift you when times are down. These scriptures, all right, you know, doing different lessons, it will boost you up. You might be going through something, and a brother through the Spirit might drop something through the Spirit, and then that might strengthen you. There's a testimony that a brother in our camp gave today. You know, this brother right here, Ratazah, he did a lesson, and they was able to help a brother out through his day-to-day. All right, so that's why we do those things and through the Spirit to build each other up.
That's right. Yep, go ahead. You got it.
All right, this is 2 Timothy 2:10. Therefore, I endure all things for the elect's sake, that they may also obtain the salvation which is in Hamashiach Yahushua with eternal glory.
Yeah. Go ahead, bro. You got it.
Yeah, so that's why we're enduring all the things that we're enduring right now, you know. Like the brothers were going into earlier, man. You know, enduring all the hardships, you know, the tribulation, you know, that you're going through, you know. We're enduring all these things because later we know the great reward, man. You know, receiving the kingdom and being joint heirs with Yahushua, Lord. You know. So we enduring, you know, whatever it is, you know, not having, you know what I'm saying, a great amount of money, you know, having what's sufficient for you, you know, going through, you know, your troubles on the daily, you know, but guess what? We got to continue to remain faithful, you know, continue to pray to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, continue to give that diligence, you know, because through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you know, you still, in this truth, you still able to push this word, you know, in true sincerity, you know, that's a blessing, you know, and we can't take that lightly, you know, so we got to continue to endure so the elect, you know, can be sealed and we can make it up out of here, you know.
That's right. Yep. If there's any more?
No, that's it.
Now you should read that. What was that? 1 Timothy 2:3, 2 Timothy 2:3. Show endure hardness. You know, but your brother mentioned enduring, man. Which the word endure, I believe, means to make hard. You know, you gotta be hard in this thing, man. You're gonna need that hardness, so to speak. Like we keep saying in the times to come, man. You know, that's the vibration brothers are pushing out there, man. You know, you gotta basically, man, get focused, man. You know, make sure that you're on a firm foundation. You know, go ahead.
All right. This is 2 Timothy 2.
Yeah, go
All
ahead.
right, 2 verse 3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Hamashiach Yahushua.
Right, endure hardness, man. All right, going back to the topic at hand, which is the sufferings, man. The sufferings that's put upon you by Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You gotta endure it, man. All right, through that endurance, you're made hard, man. All right, you're made like steel, man. You know, like iron. All right, go ahead. Oh, and then it mentioned what? It said what? We're soldiers, man. You know, soldiers for Yahweh Yahushua. Go ahead.
This is 2 Timothy 2 verse 3 again. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua Hamashiach. Going down to 4. No man that worried entangleth himself with the affairs of this life.
Right, the affairs of this life. You know, things that pertain to the world, man. Right? People that are caught up into the world, man. They're not enduring the hardness of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right? Because the Lord ain't dealing with them. All right, going back to Hebrews 12, all right, about how the Lord deal with you with sons because he chastises, you know. Go ahead.
That he may please him who had chosen him to be a soldier.
Right. That we may please him. Who's the him? Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
All right. We put off the affairs of the world. All right. We came into the truth and we're doing the will of Yahweh Shai, man. All right. We're doing the things that are pleasing in his sight, man. All right. First and foremost, pushing the word, you know, going on the highways and byways in season and out of season, you know, doing the things that Yahweh Shai command us to do, man. You know, things that are pleasing in his sight. All right. If there's any more? I think that was the point.
If I can make a quick point on that precept too, and then and that's that verse the brother just read. It said, "No man that war entangleth himself with the affairs of this life," because really, I mean, if you're being made, you coming into this thing to the truth, knowing that you called to be a soldier, you know, knowing that your goal is to walk as a potential man of the Lord.
Right.
You know, so it said, no man that wareth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, man. So it's like, really, when you're going through certain things in the flesh, man, it's kind of like, you gotta learn how to roll with the punches too, man.
That's right, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's a part of being a soldier. Even if you think about, like the movie 300, it's a quick blast from the past, so to speak. You know, the movie got a couple of years on it.
Yeah.
And even when the young boy was out and they were training, and the other boy was on top of him, he was punching him. So you gotta learn how to kind of, you know, don't get snared up in that stuff, man. Understand that it's gonna be certain. Understand that you're gonna get proven, man. You're gonna walk through the fire, so to speak.
That's right.
The scripture speaks about pretty much a man is made in the fire of adversity. I think we might have hit that earlier.
In fact,
Yeah, I want to give him that.
But it's like, but yeah, don't get entangled in that thing, man. Know it's gonna be certain things coming your way. Eat it. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to roll with the punches. Like roll with the punches, man.
Yeah, that's right.
You sometimes like keep it head on the swivel. Be like, man, what's about to come, man?
Yeah.
Don't just be out here just walking nose all up in the air and just getting straight body shots, man. Like try to see stuff coming, man.
That's right.
You know, and roll with it, man. You know, cause like even another example, even like with Forrest Gump, and when Forrest first came to the camp, and Lieutenant Dan was like, one key, man, take care of your feet. Like that, if you're not a trained soldier, you know, been out there for some time, you might get caught out there and you might get tore by your feet by wearing some wet socks.
Yeah.
Like, that's still a small thing, but to someone who's experienced, that's a major matter, man. You might mess around and get gangrene or some type of heavy foot fungus, and you jacked up. It seems small having some clean socks.
Yeah.
But those are words of wisdom from a man who's a seasoned soldier, man.
God, I was thinking about another movie too, since we're talking about movies. The movie Dead Presidents. When we brought out 2 Timothy 2:4, when that part where Lorenz Tate, the character played by Lorenz Tate, was telling the character played by Chris Tucker that he had a daughter back home. He was like, "Oh man, how come you don't write to your daughter?" You know, he was like, "As soon as I think about what's going on back home, I'm a dead man." So basically, he wasn't concerned about the affairs of everyday life, the things that was going on around him. He was focused on the battle, and in the movie, he was able to make it back to where he was at because he was focused. That's the same thing in this truth. You gotta be focused on the task. You can't be consumed about the money, the cars, the clothes, the women, the folly, certain entertainment. You can't be caught up in that. Now, you know, you have to have a balance. You can't just read the scriptures all the time.
Right.
Soldiers do have R&R where they kick back and chill. But at the end of the day, we're still in a spiritual battle. We got a long way to go. So the best thing to do is just stay focused and keep your head down.
That's right. Go ahead. Well, who's reading the scripture? I can't. Oh, go ahead.
All right, this is Proverbs 24:16. For a just man falleth 7 times and riseth up again.
Hey, man, you're gonna stumble, man. You know, you're gonna go off. all right? At certain points you might get weak, you know. You gotta pray to the Lord, man. The Lord give you strength. And then it's the attitude you gotta have after you fall, man. You know, are you going to stay down for the count, so to speak, and give up? Like the brothers read scripture where it says that unless you faint in your minds, you know, get weak and give up hope, you know, just throwing the towel, so to speak. Now, you analyze the situation, you know, you analyze it, see where you can improve at, and you get back up and do it again, man. You know, all through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, and really that's really read that scripture again, because really that's somebody of the elect is only going to do that, man. Right, what it say? He that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. Go ahead.
This is Proverbs 24:16. For a just man falleth 7 times and riseth up again.
Right, that number 7 represents the number of completion, man. You know, so hey, brothers gonna fall. We in the flesh, all right. But it's about the attitude you have after that, man. You know, you got to be able to, like I said, man, dust yourself off, continue on down the path, man. You know, go ahead.
But the wicked shall fall into mischief.
But the wicked shall fall into mischief, man. Wickedness. All right. Who's the wicked? Well, they start with our people, man. Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. All right. Hey, they say what? Feet that be quick to run the mischief. That's also in I think Proverbs, man. You know. So hey, man, we're not dealing with wicked ass niggas, man. All right. We're only dealing with the hopeful elect of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's why we labor, man. Brother read in what was that? Peter's about how we endure things for the elect. You know, that's what we're concerned about, man. Is the elect of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right.
I got the etymology for that word mischief.
Oh, go ahead.
All right, this is the online etymology for the word mischief. It goes into evil condition, misfortune, need, want, misfortune, harm, trouble, annoyance, vexation, come or bring to grief.
Hey, hey, and that's what's coming for 2/3 of you jakes, man. What is it, grief? You know, where it say they should die of grievous deaths. You know, that's what's coming for you 2/3 jakes, man. You know, hey, on the flip side, the guys that you know didn't prosper, so to speak, that got weak and that didn't endure the faith, man. You know, hey, Lord say he's gonna start at his house first.
Yep.
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right, this is back in etymology of mischief. It also says badly, where it says opposite of achieve.
Yeah, failed.
God.
Remember that old meme, the failed meme, big F on it. Failed, bro. Go ahead.
And it has happened, come to a head. And it says Latin kapar, head from Latin kaput, head from meaning harm or evil, considered as the work of some agent.
God, the work of some agent, man. You know, hey, you got agents out there.
Yeah.
You know, spies. You know, what? Hey, you gotta be real stupid to be a spy in Israel, man. As a guy watching my shot, see your crusty ass, man. You know, it was more than that.
They got a little more. This is or due to some cause, sense of playful malice.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it on that.
Yeah, that pretty much sums up the nigga. Might as well have nigga in the definition right there. You know? But somebody has something else?
Con, I got something.
Probably get a few more, then we can wrap it up.
This is 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 21. Even hereunto were you called, because Yahweh shall also suffer for us, leaving an example that you should follow in his steps.
Yeah. He was. I was gonna say. Hey, it said he was an example, man. All right, that's why the scripture say, "What the servant is not greater than his master."
Yep.
All right, Yahushua suffered as an example of what brothers got to go through. All right, that's why he said take up your cross. All right, because when he bore the cross, that was symbolic for what his men will have to do in the future, man.
Right.
All right, so now we're not physically carrying it across. Hey, look at it. Yeah, stupid ass Edomite. I don't know if y'all remember. You remember that nigga? 5 points with the cross. People are bugged out, man. You know, they ain't talking about that, man.
Proud.
So, yeah, proud. You know, but hey, we're spiritually bearing our cross, man. All right, through these various sufferings that brothers go through day to day. Go ahead.
That was it on that.
That was it. Yeah, kind of. So hey, he said that was clear to the point, man. How should I suffer for that example, man? All right, the servant is no greater than his master.
I got something.
Go ahead.
Going into Apostle Paul, man.
Oh yeah, oh man. Yeah.
2 Corinthians 12, I'm gonna start at verse 6. For though I would desire to glory, I shall not be a fool, for I will say the truth. But now I forbear, lest any man should think of me above that which he seeth me to be, or that he heareth of me. Because this is going to the thorn in the apostle's flesh, and really it's the things we go to also help keep us humble too, man.
Yeah.
Because even as deep as you may feel you are, as how much understanding that you've been given through the spirit of the scriptures, you still understand that you in the flesh, and that we all still need Howard Shah ultimately for us to even have the key to salvation. He is the key to salvation. So these afflictions and these things that we go through is also a part of the program to help keep us humble, man. Help us keep down, keep our head down, understand that this is a serious battlefield out here, man.
That's right.
All right, verse 7. And lest I should be exalted above measure through the abundance of the revelations, there was given to me a thorn in the flesh, the messenger of Satan to buffet me, lest I should be exalted above measure. For this thing I besought the Lord thrice, that it might depart from me. Verse 9. And he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness.
If I could say, yeah, he said his strength is made, going back to perfect, right? Made perfect through weakness, man. All right, go ahead.
Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Hamashiach may rest upon me.
Right. Brothers going through infirmities, man. Across the board, man. All right, brothers getting hit with infirmities and different sicknesses and illnesses, things of that nature. But what he said, he's basically in his weakness. Yeah, that last part about the strength and weakness.
Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Hamashiach may rest upon me. Verse 10. Therefore, I take pleasure in infirmities, in reproaches, in necessities, in persecutions, in distresses for Hamashiach's sake. For when I am weak, then I am strong.
Yeah.
Then am I strong.
Yeah. When you're weak, that's when you're strong, man. All right. Hey, it's like working out. You do a workout, you go fatigued, your muscles are sore. All right. You're basically taxing your muscles, so to speak. But you know what growth is going to come out of that, man. All right. The same thing in the spirit. All right. When you're down, you feel like you're down and out. You're enduring that pressure's on you. That you feel that pressure, that weight on you. That weight. Hey, that's when you're actually becoming stronger, man. All right, but if the Lord don't put that pressure on you, then you're just going to stay weak, man. All right, going back to Hebrews again. All right, the Lord chastised those which He loved, man. All right, so through your weakness, all right, when you're feeling like the Lord is got it on you, and you're down and out, so to speak. Hey, man, you actually, if you endure through that, man, you're gonna come out stronger, man. All right, go ahead.
That was it. But Slack, I think you want me to reread the part a little bit.
Okay.
I'm gonna reread this. This is 2 Corinthians 12 and 9. And he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness.
Right, strength is made perfect in weakness, man. All right, so you can't become strong, or you can't possess the strength of Yahweh Shem Yahushua unless you go through those sufferings. And within those sufferings, hey, you're gonna be weak. All right, you're gonna be, because we in the flesh.
Yeah.
It's the flesh. It ain't the spirit. It's the flesh that's weak, man. But through our flesh becoming weak, all right, you persevere, so to speak, in the spirit. Hey, you getting stronger, man. Until you get to that next phase. and you get stronger. It's like weights. You know, you might bench press 100 pounds. You know, you get past that, whatever. You go to 150. You know, you throw another plate on there. You keep leveling up in the spirit, man. You know, go ahead. I think, was that it?
That was it. If I can say too, it also says, "My grace is sufficient for thee." Because through your weakness, once you're made weak and you go through those hardships, you know, in order to become more perfect, how are you even before you get stronger? You have to actually fill back up. You know, if you're at 100% and then you get weak, go to 50%. Before you become stronger than 100%, you gotta get back to 100.
Yeah.
And
right.
with that, you relying on what? You relying on grace, and for that grace, so that go hand in hand. Grace and tribulations go hand in hand because what delivers you from tribulation? The grace of the Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Because you're relying on who? Yahweh Shai. His name means what? He delivers, man. He saves. So when you go through those things, you actually are leveling up through the sacrifices that Yahweh Shai made when he was on earth, man.
That's right. Yeah, that's a damn good point, bro. That's right, man. The grace, man. All right, the grace was given by Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right, through that grace, like the brother said, man, we're going to obtain salvation, man. You know, you can't let that spiritual grace tank, so to speak. You know, like Jake driving the car, get it on E, and then want to fill it at the last. Nah, man, you can't do that in the spirit, man. You gotta keep it on 100 as much as possible, man. You know? Yeah, so.
God. This is Hebrews 4:16. Let us therefore come boldly unto the throne of grace, that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in time of need.
Yeah, you got it, bro.
See, like the scriptures say right here, come boldly unto the throne of grace. So how do we come boldly? You know, coming boldly to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai by knowing that we was doing what was commanded of us. You know, doing the will of the Heavenly Father. You know, knowing that we was praying. You know, we was enduring. You know, not changing doctrine. You know, giving double honor to apostles and elders. You know, going out to the highways and byways. You know, doing everything we was doing to be found with mercy, Lord willingly. You know, in the day of judgment. You know, that's coming. You know, and headed to Jacob's trouble. You know. With the plagues that's coming, you know, Lord willingly, you know, the Lord be with us, and we have a way to escape up out of it, you know, by knowing we was doing what we was commanding, man, you know.
That's right. Yeah, man, you gotta go into these latter days with that confidence, man. You know, that's why it's important to work, man. You know, what it say? I show you my faith by my works. You know, we're going into these days with a portfolio of work, so to speak. You know, hey, again, quoting Isaiah 33:6, wisdom and knowledge should be stability at our times, man.
That's right.
You know, so now's the time to store up as much as you can, moving forward. So on that day, man, you could be stable, man.
They say wisdom and knowledge should be the stability at our times and strength of your salvation.
God.
Just like the elder was going into, man, you got to have a portfolio, man. That's showing you actually building momentum. You want to go into your trouble with momentum, man. And a part of that is you going through tribulation, so you have a certain level of grace already. You expecting grace, man. Not that you just overly, putting over. Really, to a certain extent, man, you really can't put too high expectations on Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. You can't put Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai in the box.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? His grace is up to him.
That's right.
If he's so true, man, he can have unlimited amounts of grace, man. Which we gonna need a high level of grace, man, going into Jacob's trouble. But with that momentum, and think about this: if you actually putting up a bunch of works, that means you fighting through everything to feed Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai's sheep.
That's right.
So why wouldn't you expect the Heavenly Father through the Messiah sacrifice to save you in those days, man? Or put the spirit on you to eat death like a man,
right.
like a real soldier. Because a lot of soldiers die in battle, man.
Right.
All right, but we expect salvation. But shit, if you gotta put your life on the line, be a martyr, man, at least go out like a real soldier, man.
That's right. That's right, man. Yeah, man. So, man, moving forward, man, hey, coming into some hellified times, man. You know, like brothers is going into, your faith gotta be on 1,000, as You know, Jake saying in the streets, man. You know, you gotta be on 10. You know, moving forward, man.
Kinda.
You know, anybody have something?
Come on, I got something right.
Okay.
I got 1 Peter 4 verse 13. But rejoice in as much as ye are partakers of Yahushua's
I
sufferings.
just read that earlier, right? Did we read that earlier?
Wow.
We probably did, but that's the spirit. I don't remember, but you might have read that earlier. Go ahead.
That when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy.
That's right. Because Yahweh coming back to get his glory, man. You know, I think a brother said one time, man, as soon as Yahweh get the word, Yahweh will be down here so fast, man, it's gonna make a damn head spin, man. All right, because he can't wait to get his glory, man. All right, but when Yahweh get his glory, his men will get the glory too. All right, that's why it's necessary for, like I mentioned earlier, it's necessary for us to be low, on this low level, and not exalted. Hey, that's how you know these other camps, you know, not to bring them monkeys up, you know. That's why you know how you know they got it, man, because they already exalted. They already on a high platform, so to speak.
You're right.
All right, but Great Millstone, you know, we looked at as the, you know, the bums.
We the bums of Israel,
We the
man.
bums of Israel, man. You know, so we think it's gonna be glorified in that day, man. Lord willing, we those men. All right, from how did Jake say, from rags to riches.
Actually,
Yeah, from ashy to classy. You know. Go ahead.
And like, going down to 14. If ye be reproached for the name of Yahushua, happy are ye, for the spirit of glory and of the Most High resteth upon you. On their part, he is evil spoken of, but on your part, he is glorified.
That's right. Yeah. Hey. Read that verse again.
Yeah. All right, this is 1 Peter. I'm at 4 and 14. If ye be reproached for the name of Yahushua, happy are ye,
Right.
for the spirit of glory and of the Most High resteth upon you. On their part, he is evil spoken of, but on your part, he is glorified.
Yeah, on our part, he is glorified, man. And we constantly give a glory to Yahweh Shah, man. Constantly, man, in our prayers, daily. You know? And hey, brothers are gonna receive that glory. Lord willing, I keep saying Lord willing, we part of that number, man. We're gonna receive the glory of Yahweh Shah, man. Alright? That's why it's necessary to suffer, man. Alright, going back to Acts 14th chapter. Alright, we must go through tribulations to enter into the kingdom, man. You know, being made perfect.
There is no other way.
That's right.
Yeah, otherwise, you try to sneak in through the back door, man, through a window.
Right.
Just walk through that straight gate, man.
That's right.
Walk through that straight gate, and when you get weak, when you get weak, man, rely on Yahweh Shah to strengthen you, man.
That's right, man. Was that it? Go ahead. You know, so I guess we can close on that. Lord willing, that was edifying to brothers that tuned in. I think it might have froze, but I think it's still going. Yeah, finished. Well, you know, with that, man, like I said, Lord willing, that was edifying. All right, we're going to end right there, giving all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
All right, Lord willing, to the next video. Shalom.
Shalom.